If you don't want no beef, then why you hanging on that side, nigga? Fucking with my smoke, we gon' pull up where you reside, nigga.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy PJ. Today, fortunately, I'm here with my man Christopher Aaron.
Yeah,
how you doing today, man?
Brother, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Pleasure to be here, man. So where we at right now?
We're at the Realist store, 1658B, Dorchester Avenue, Boston, Mass.
That's awesome. So from what I told you, you know, you grew up out here in Dorchester from what you told me.
Yeah.
You also went to Urban Middle School.
Yeah.
Rosendale.
Yeah.
Then to transition to Easton.
For sure.
High school. How is it like socially out here?
It's cool. I mean, for me, like, I have a pretty, like big family. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I be primarily with my people, but it's cool. Like, so, you know what I'm saying? Socially, I get out every now and then to mingle with the people. You feel me? But I try to stay focused as much as I can.
Awesome. When did you develop a passion for fashion?
I take it back to like when I was younger. My cousins, like we kind of spoke off camera. They were into like heavy polo, Tommy, Nautica, Dareales, you know, shit. Any sneakers that came out, Tim's, 40, anything. You know what I'm saying? And me as a younger cousin and seeing their, you know, how they dressed, that inspired me. You know what I'm saying? And my cousin Titus, who's, you know, also like kind of similar to like a little father figure to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, mentors.
Like, yo, it's weird because he's like my cousin, brother, dad, or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because he's older than me, but we're still like kind of close in age. But you know, there's a little distance. But he's just always inspired me. And I just always looked up to him, and he was kind of one of those people that kind of showed me. Yeah, absolutely. Kind of put me on a lot of shit.
Yeah. How did you build your cognizance? How did you build your knowledge as far as creativity when it comes to designs?
So for me, it's like a bunch of different things. Like I dig in the crates. Like some things that I may have seen when I was a little kid, like that just for some reason just like stood out to me. Mm-hmm. If there's something that like you have on, and I'll be like, damn, that's kind of dope, but what if it was la 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 la? You know what I'm saying? So you know, I always try to like it's all right, but it's not real type of thing. You know what I mean? Just see how I can push the envelope, just like within like being a designer and just building a brand, you know what I'm saying? Something that's real classic and timeless. Something like a piece here I made like a few years ago, but it's still a good piece that's kind of what I wanna do when I create. Just make stuff that's like timeless that you would wanna wear 3, 4, 5 years from now. You feel what I'm saying?
Word. So I know you also moved to Atlanta. How was that like? Was there a culture shock, and how does it juxtapose to compare to out here? So how does that compare to contrast from out here?
Yeah, no, it was a huge difference, like coming from Boston to Atlanta. It was a few things that I seen that I really loved that kind of helped mold me, you know, because going to Atlanta as a young dude and developing into a man, you know what I'm saying? It's you really pick up a few things and like principles and shit. So
what were some things that go ahead.
Yeah, like so for me, one thing that I really noticed was like everybody fucked with everybody, no matter what you was doing. It was okay to like if you popping, I'm gonna support you because my time will eventually come. It's not like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like no hate or something like that. It was a lot of support. And I was kind of, and just like kind of seeing that, like even like party promoters, fucking they tag teaming together to throw a bigger party, and then you know you branch off and do your own thing, and we all rising up and shit at the same time, because at the end of the day it's enough for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I think sometimes in Boston people forget that, or everybody wants to be the man when we all can be the man. It's enough for everybody, for real, for real. straight like that. Everybody eats. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've preached that numerous of times before, and I've always tried to emphasize that out of people. You know, a lot of people say that it takes one person, it takes the lead person, but in our reality, it takes a group of individuals to lead up to that person being.
Absolutely,
you know what I mean?
absolutely, and then it even takes a person that, if they are shining, to reach back down, because it may be fucking a Drake that you're pulling up, a Lil Wayne pulling a Drake, or a fucking Nicki Minaj. But we're all supporting the same team. People don't look at Boston so much as like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they look at us for like sports, but like rapping, you know what I'm saying? Fashion and shit. Niggas ain't looking at niggas like that.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
It's the entertainment attitude. We feel like as if we don't have it, and we try to be cheap. At the end of the day, we try to follow instead of being the leaders.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because yo, it's a lot of cuts that you gotta take to pioneer or lead the way. You know what I'm saying? If you going through a fucking path that hasn't been paved, you know, there's like grass that's gonna cut your legs and shit. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't wanna carry the cross. You feel me?
Nah, for real.
They won't do that because the shit comes with a lot of like hate. You know, a lot of like ridicule, shit that'll possibly make a motherfucker insecure. But you gotta have thick skin, just do you. You know what I mean?
Do you think it takes like more so the believing factor? Because it's one thing to see things, right?
Right.
This is a whole broader idea as far as being able to believe in something.
Right.
But do you feel as if believing in something is pivotal as far as trying to push an agenda?
Absolutely. You gotta have something that you stand for. You feel what I'm saying? Or something. You gotta have your why. I guess that's what they say. You gotta figure out what your why is. You know what I'm saying? And allow that to be like a driving force for you to get to the next step. And then also too, like I tell everybody, like, even the times where you're thinking about it, you know what I'm saying? That's still effort, you know? Cause a lot of times niggas think you're supposed to just be running. You just running. You don't know. And it happens like when you start looking at other people. You don't know what it took to get to that point right there. You get what I'm saying? But each step you take, that's progression. You know what I'm saying? Just do something. That's all I say. Just do something. Even the small things. It don't even always have to fucking be big. It don't even always have to be. You know what I'm saying? Like shit. Even sometimes, like, you know, when I come up in here, let's say I got the orders done. I just do something little. It doesn't even matter. I just try to stay active, and it's not always like some big ass grand gesture, but these little small things build up to like a bigger pop. You feel me?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that, man.
Word up.
Speaking on model and speaking on just creating that we were talking about, you mentioned it's in your bio. It says individuality without sacrifice. Now I want you to elaborate on that, because for me, I don't know how to really go about interpreting that.
For sure.
But I know there's a positive message behind that. So if you want to elaborate.
Yeah. So basically, without sacrificing who you are. So at the end of the day, you know, the brand is the realest, and it's about being real to yourself, despite what I think of you. You know what I'm saying? Or if I don't think you're real, that don't matter, because that's how I feel. If you think you're real, that's how you feel about yourself. That's the most important thing. You feel what I'm saying? And when I say sacrifices, is kind of like standing for something that you believe in. You get what I'm saying? And fuck what the crowd is doing. You get, sometimes to be a leader, you got to turn your back to the crowd. You feel me? And that's just what it is.
I know for you, the whole reason why Dareals started was because of you, and also because you made Rome.
For sure.
I was getting to Rome. When you first pitched the idea, I heard through the grapevine that he wasn't really messing with the idea at first.
Nah, he wasn't fucking with it, because it was more or less like we're like really, really good friends. And you know, like in business, sometimes I fuck up friendships. So that was kind of like the idea behind it. It's like, yo, nah, I don't think that's a good idea. You know what I mean?
But how did you convince him to be like, yo, this is actually what we should do?
Realistically, the nigga had some work to do for class, so he said, "Fuck it, let's do this." You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so he was taking like a business class.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this nigga wanted an A. But so fuck it. But you know,
hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Hey, However it works, it works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What can you say about him as far as his cognizance, his ability to have knowledge in the realm of business and marketing?
Rome is a people's person. You know what I'm saying? He's able to like talk to anybody. I mean, I'm not so much of like a super talker. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do some of these sometimes. You feel me? I fuck with
I appreciate
you know
that.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, I appreciate it.
But for the most part, like I'm more of a behind the scenes person, and he's like in your face. He want to talk. You know what I'm saying? He want to build relationship. He's a relationship builder, and I think that's super important. And you know, making certain things happen because it's not what do they say? It's not what you know is who you know.
Okay.
And he's like a real like who you know type of person because he knows a little bit of everybody.
Yeah.
And he's like and he's just not afraid to like really go get it or like you know like speak to anybody. You know what I'm saying? Or just like handle whatever business that needs to be handled. So I think that's important to have like a person that can execute certain things.
Exactly. What are some things that he's taught you about business?
About business,
like related to like fashion.
right. I mean, not necessarily fashion, because I mean, there's still like we still like you never stop learning. You feel me? But like as far as business, one thing that I learned from him is just the dude's a salesman too. Like the dude can sell fucking water to a well, yo. You feel me? So
he's like a real realtor.
Yeah, like no bullshit. Like
Yeah.
if he sold some houses, he probably sell a lot of fucking houses. Now that I think about it. Nigga, you might need to be selling some houses. So, you feel me? But nah, he's just a good salesman and like again, I learned that relationship building and networking with people. You know what I'm saying? And that's definitely something that I owe to him. Just like kind of being in the background, kind of seeing how certain dots get connected based off of the people you meet and the relationships you build.
Exactly. For you, as a creative director, also, you know, a creative genius.
I appreciate that.
What are some things? How do you approach a design? How do you approach a concept?
Good question. So, it's a couple ways that I do it. Like I was saying, like I may dig in the crates, or I'll think of something that I seen when I was a kid, and I want to envision that whole outfit and what it looks like today.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
So it's just more so through inspiration?
Yeah, it's inspiration sometimes, absolutely. I may find a muse, or it may be something that inspires me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I find something that I can like pull from.
Okay.
You get what I mean? And yeah, and that's or like let's just say if there's something like looking at your fit, boom, I look at what I would want you to wear if you were going this place, or what I would want you to wear if you're doing an interview. If you're doing an interview with Dareales, let me design that fit. If you're doing an interview with fucking the Obamas or something, let me design what that look like. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you hop into you take the person, then you hop into that space. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still as a designer, I'm getting more and more comfortable and just like dig. You know what I'm saying? And just growing as a designer as well. You know what I'm saying?
What are some, to lead on to that, what are some things that stand out to you as far as trying to improve your innovation? What I mean by innovation is also just gradually, you know, building off of what you've done already. You know, the hoodies, t-shirts, stuff like that. What are some things that really stand out to you? And are some things like, look, okay, this is what I need to innovate. This is what I need to improve.
Right. So what I kind of tell everybody and what I do is like it's a brand and then expand. So I get you used to something and then I can expand onto something else, and then that way you're more receptive to it because I done already gained your trust with this. So you know what I'm saying? So and when it comes to like certain innovations or whatever, I also have to keep in mind like the customer but I still have to give like a little bit of my love with it. You get what I'm saying? Like,
passion
yeah, because like, boom, like I can give a nigga some basic jeans, or I fuck around and be like, it's basic, but when you flip it up, it may have a little sauce just for niggas who want to really add a little, you know what I'm saying, a little sauce to their joint. You feel me? So, yeah, that's kind of how, that's, I don't know if that answers.
No,
yeah.
Thank you. As far as, let's go back to marketing. So with marketing, you guys' market strategy was pretty genius, I would say, but it was also through the community.
For sure.
What are some things that stood out to you as far as marketing goes that led up to Dareals explosion?
Connecting with the people, yo. That's most important. Like really building a grassroots foundation.
How do you go about doing that?
Yo, yo, believe it or not, that shit start off with like your mother. It starts off with the people that's around you. You know what I'm saying? And then, so like, boom, like your cousin's wearing a shirt. He's wearing, he wore, now he's wearing 2 shorts. Now, the 3rd shirt and his friends is looking like, damn, where the fuck you get that from? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then, boom, then he's like, oh, this is my cousin, or la 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 la. And I'm just kind of using it how it can kind of catch fire like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's like really, really grassroots. And then also putting yourself in places, because like I did like different pop-up shops, and also too not being afraid to step out of your box. So yes, Boston is the foundation. I'm always gonna rep that shit, but I have to tap into other markets and other places to expand that. But this is where the brand's home is. You feel what I'm saying? But it's not just centralized here. You know what I mean? Especially with the internet and all that dope shit. And then also too with Rome, and then also my cousin True. You know what I'm saying? That's also part of the brand.
Is he the creative director? Also?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
He also.
Is he, I don't know if his name is his ad's like So Beyond.
Yeah. So you know, True, he's definitely tapped in with the people as well. You know what I'm saying? So he's definitely instrumental. So it's just like using your resources that are around you and building these relationships with different people, and don't be afraid to ask. Like, the worst a motherfucker can say is no. Like, yo, if you're my cousin and you know this person, see if you can get it on him, or see if he'll wear it. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. I'm still learning, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? But I try shit.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna try shit. But
that's the beauty of the process. That's
the
beauty of the process at the end of the day. We're still learning as well. I'm still learning. You know
Absolutely.
So it's all part of the process. If you're done learning, that's when it's time to call it quits.
Kind of hang this shit up.
Exactly. It's funny. I literally watched a Lamar Jackson highlight video. He said, "We're not having fun, then it's time to be done."
Yo,
you know what I'm saying? So with having fun, it's learning.
For sure, for sure. And then I mean, even with this shit, sometimes you get, you know what I mean, you get a little frustrated. You know what I'm saying? You get
comes with frustration. We deal with that time to time. Don't get it twisted. Yeah.
The shit is like it can get tiring sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
But that's the beauty of it. At the end of the day, when there's an ultimate goal being set, everybody's determined.
Absolutely.
And like that should be the motivation. That should be the drive to constantly keep going.
For sure.
Even when people tell you no.
For sure. 100.
Another thing I wanted to touch about was the idea of social media. We touched on, the internet. How do you guys go about marketing on social media, and how essential is it? Because we could talk about music videos. I know, I want to see where I came from. That's all about this. There's a hat featured in one of the scenes.
Yeah.
So how cool is that to see that, and also how essential has social media played in the growth of Dareals?
It's been very, very, very instrumental. And again, like, I'm still trying to learn that shit, because I know that's like the key to a lot of dots being connected for us. But I think, and it's funny because I was actually having this conversation yesterday with one of my good friends, like my boy Hero.
Okay.
He does like a good bit of the photography amongst others that do it. So I was just speaking to him yesterday, and we was just talking about, how important it is to be consistent. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, dog, we're probably not as consistent as we should be, but just like there's a process for like making the clothing, that also has to be a process for delivering it to the people visually, and the different types of content that you make. Like, you know, we have like last year we had like a whole board of different things that we wanted
like
to do.
Storyboard type of thing?
Like just like a storyboard of different things that we wanted to do content wise, as far as like a little webisode type shit, like a little series that we may have, podcast type shit, just different avenues of content that we can just bring it back to the brand. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So social media is definitely it's instrumental, and like I said, bro, I'm still trying to figure that shit out.
But it seems as if you got an idea, because social media interaction is very key as far as, you know, trying to build a brand, no matter what it is. I mean, with us, it could be anything related to what brand you're trying to build, individually. You know what I'm saying? Like, interaction is key. So you
No, we try to tap in with the people, just like I was saying, like how I sit down and chop it up with you. If somebody hit me in the DM, like sometimes I'm not normally the one that's really like running it the most, but if somebody hit me in the DM, I make sure I interact on that same level. I don't care how big I get, because, you know, God willing, I'm gonna be the biggest thing on planet Earth. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just how I feel. You know, and I'm still gonna fuck with the people though. You feel me? That's just a guarantee.
It seems as if it's something instinctive. We want to get into that too. So we're gonna talk about the turkey events that you've been doing. Also the Christmas event recently.
Okay.
That's been around for 5 years, man. Like I even wrote it down in my notes. I was so impressed, but I said, why is giving back so paramount to you?
For one, is I'm in a community that raised me. I'm in a community that supports my business, so I have to give back. It's important to me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I had worked at like a shelter one time, you know, like with kids and shit. You feel me? And I would see sometimes like they ain't have nothing to eat. You feel what I mean? That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I look at it like one turkey or a toy. You don't know, like a parent may really want to buy that shit, but they just ain't got it. And I want to continue. If I'm blessed, I want to bless. Even if I ain't got it, I'll give my last, because I'll figure it out. You feel what I'm saying? And some people haven't tapped into that place in themselves to where they believe that they'll figure it out. You get what I'm saying? But in the meantime, if I can help, when I can, fuck it, I'm helping.
Exactly, man. I think the coolest thing about it is that there are artists that also want to be involved in what you're building, like 7981 Cal, for instance. I mean, guys like that, you know, really see what you're doing, and it's to them, and I know for us as well, is very inspirational, to say the least. Let's talk about this place, man. August 10th, 2019, still opens. How surreal was it when you first opened the store?
So August 10th was when we kind of cut the ribbon, but we had like opened the doors officially June 22nd.
Okay.
So the August 10th was the ribbon cut, and that's when we had gave us like a plaque and all that cool shit. But dude, like, I can even take it back to the first day, like April 11th, when I got the keys to this place. You know what I'm saying? And like, we had this build this motherfucker. You feel me? So, and it was just so exciting to come in and see a blank canvas and figure out, like, yo, what am I gonna do? And this is probably just like the first draft of the, just as we grow, just growing it. But we still like to keep it like a minimalist approach, more like a gallery. You feel me? But dog, that shit was, getting the keys was amazing. And shout out to my boy Leslie, man. He was very instrumental with finding this place and getting me right.
That's
feel
awesome,
me?
man.
So
yeah.
I definitely rock with him a lot.
Awesome.
Cause it is funny, right? Cause when I'm like, yo, dog, we should open up a store. Niggas was like, nah, dog, I don't think so, bro. We got online, blah, 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 blah. But I'm like, yo, a lot of people be like, where can I get it?
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
Not many people have access to them.
Not, right.
So.
Right. You know, and I feel like just even for online and in store, it's just been a blessing.
Exactly. How cool is it to have a store right down the street from where you know?
Yo, bro, I walked to Phil's Corners train station every fucking day from Mount Ida Road.
Yeah.
So it's a blessing because this is what I've always wanted in my city, in my hood. You feel me?
Yeah. I know. Like I said, it must be surreal because I know for you, like it's this nostalgia that come with it. You know what I'm saying? Like when you open the doors, you're like, damn, yo, like I remember this spot. I remember that laundry spot.
Sure.
Like I know it must be nostalgic.
Absolutely.
But one thing that I know we already touched on improving, your abilities to improve as a creator. But what are some things that you aspire to accomplish? It may not seem to be, or it doesn't have to be with clothing or fashion, but it may be something outside that you wish to accomplish.
Like speaking of, like with this business, what I want to grow to the point where we're like hiring the youth, you know, giving them outlets outside of the regular shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Give them more creative outlets to make some bread. You feel what I'm saying? That's something that I really, really want to do. And as this brand grow, I plan to again bring my community with me. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
You ain't gotta do this, or you don't have to do this, or even though it looks cool to do that, there's another option. You feel what I'm saying? So that I think that's something that I want to do, and I feel it's gonna be in the near future. And once like the online and all that shit jump off or gets really, really booming, that's when we start hiring more people. I mean, we got a good little cast that we rock with right now, but I want to build this motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this is some global brand shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
Word up.
Looking back on the process, man, how beautiful is to see the growth, and what are your thoughts about your past decisions compared to you now?
I think like your past dictates your future. You know what I'm saying? Not to be all extra Yoda and shit, but it does. You feel what I'm saying? Like everything that you was is what you are to make what you are today. You feel me? So there are no regrets. There's definitely things that I feel like I shoulda, coulda did different, but I feel like that was more of an internal thing, because and this is what I tell like a lot of people, like I have creativity, but I didn't work as hard. I had to learn how to do that shit. You feel what I'm saying? When you want to buy a box of teas to sell. Okay, fuck it. I don't want to just buy. I don't want to just go to this screen printer and buy it. So fuck it. I need to buy a screen press. So whenever I need to make a shirt, I can do it myself. You get what I'm saying? So one thing for me, and this is what that kind of changed everything, I stopped looking outside of myself for things to help me. You get what I'm saying? That shit was super, super important for just like the growth. Like, nah, fuck that. You not showing me how to find a factory? Let me do the research. Let me look it up. Cause yo, I got burnt mad fucking times fucking with niggas. You feel what I'm saying? Got burnt. Yeah. People ran off on the plug twice. You feel me? Type of shit. And then it's just like keep going. I went to China. You feel what I'm saying? I went there. You know what I mean? I went to go find it, or I went to go search up. I went to go look. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just what it is. Shit, I bought a screen printer myself. I can print like a lot of the first shirts that was running around the city, dog. I was doing them shits myself in my aunt's crib. For real, pressing my shit. And then as it started booming, I ain't about to press up no 200 t-shirts. I'm sorry. Let me find somebody else to do it so I can get back to the creativity. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and then as things was growing, again, that brand and expand. I start adding other things. You feel what I'm saying? Added this. Try this. Fuck it. Everybody's doing a ski. I want a ski mask. You know what I'm saying? I want to do something different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's crazy, man. I think the coolest thing that I've just gotten out of this whole conversation is your ability to just kind of take the negativity and make it positive, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like your ability to just have the urge to want to just learn, even if people tell you no.
Yeah.
Like I appreciate that a lot,
bro,
man.
you can't stop, dog.
You can't stop. You can't stop.
Can't
Even
stop.
like you just a lot of people don't have the urge to want to just learn.
For
They
sure.
just want things to get handed to them.
For
And
sure.
ultimately, it may fall with parenting or people that are mentors, whatever it is. But I think people should just solely, individually, try to have the urge to just want to learn or have a passion for something.
Nah, that's for sure, bro. That's a fact. Like at the end of the day, a lot of the answers are you have them. You know what I'm saying? Or you have something that you can do to get you to that answer. But you gotta be willing to fucking do it. And that's just what it is. Like goes back to what I was saying. It's like a little bit. And every little bit, as long as that goal is in your mind, every little fucking bit counts, man. Even when you wrote something on a paper that you didn't do today, and it's so funny. Like I be looking at shit like because I just have like notebooks and notebooks and notebooks and notebooks of shit. And when I look at shit that I wrote 3-4 years ago that exists today, I ain't looked at that fucking notebook in years. You get what I'm saying? But I'm like, damn, dog, like, yo, that's crazy.
I got it, yeah.
You feel me?
I had this idea. That's crazy.
Yo, so I mean, I think that's just what it is. Just constantly doing something towards that goal, a little bit. Even the thought of it, I think, helps. You know what I'm saying?
Awesome. I think honestly that will conclude the interview with you, man. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure to say the least.
Yo, thanks for coming through, bros.
For real. I'm thankful for the hospitality, like I told you. This was an honor.
Yeah, appreciate that.
To say the least, like I said. But this will conclude, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys took a lot and learned something. I know I did. With that being said, hopefully you guys follow my man Christopher Aaron on social media as well as the Dareals. Make sure you follow their content as well. You guys are available socially on all platforms.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. So make sure you guys go check that out as well. Like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Once more, that being said, Easy's out.
I'm tired of feeling good, she bring feelings I don't feel. But I'm trying to pour in it cause I know that she ain't real. Even though I'm on the road to desire, she can't deal with the women I be with, she gon' act like she don't care.